Hey, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com, and I want you, the uncensored audience, the faithful ones that are commenting and watching every video, I want you to be the very first to know about something that I'm launching because I think some of you are going to be interested in this. I'm so excited. It's literally the first time I've really fleshed out my ideas on this, so it's going to be just, I don't know, it's not polished or completely ready to share yet, but I have been wanting to do this and working on this in my head for months and months and months, if not years now, and I'm finally just gonna put it out there and start somewhere because it's all about progress, not perfection, right? So what is this that I'm talking about? I'm going to be launching some workshops, some online workshops. I think I'm going to call them strategy sessions. And this is all because of how many people have been asking for this information from me. To be very clear, I think that a lot of you realize that I'm very, very passionate about business. I'm very passionate about social media, marketing, just strategizing about how to have a successful online career because that's what I do. Some of you may not realize that I run Eco Vegan Gal for full time. That's all I do. And I've been working towards that for 6 years. I launched Eco Vegan Gal in October 2008, and for a few years, I was just running it as a part-time thing, as a hobby, and then I just became so in love with it, so passionate about it, that that's all I wanted to do. And I would stay up all night long, working away on it, and go to work and just feel miserable. So in 2010, I quit working full-time, and I started doing just part-time work and freelance work for years to support myself, but give me a lot more time to focus on the website. All the while, I really wanted to do this full-time, and now that's finally what I'm doing. And because of this, a lot of people have been attracted to what I'm doing, and they want to know what my secrets are. And I get an email on almost a daily basis or a message online from somebody saying, I love what you're doing. Can you help me out? I'm trying to do the same thing. And I've started to feel really overwhelmed with it because of the amount of requests. So I thought, well, I love talking about this. I love teaching others, inspiring others. And I just don't have the room to do this, all these individual consulting sessions for people or meetings or even mastermind groups I haven't had a chance to really dig into lately. So the solution is to do these workshops. I'm going to do about 1 hour to 1.5 hour workshops online via Google+. And I'm going to take up to 5 people in each little group session. I really love the idea of having them as group sessions because so many of you who are interested in learning and taking your work to the next level can really benefit from one another. I'm also going to offer one-on-one sessions, but I'm really going to encourage people to be part of the group sessions. And the reason I'm limiting them to 5 is because I actually do sessions currently through my YouTube course, which is called the Compassionate Creators Academy, and I actually run this with Kobe Kim from Vegetorials, and we've been doing these great little sessions on YouTube for weeks now. Those have been fantastic, and we find that an hour is not enough time for a big bunch of people. It's actually barely enough time for 3. So depending on how many people join each of these sessions that I'm going to be doing, they're going to run up to an hour and a half, and that way everyone has a chance to really get some focus there. Now, the reason that I'm offering group sessions versus one-on-one sessions is also to bring down the cost. So you'll see once I put this up, I'm going to have a whole link to everything that'll be in the description field. The one-on-one sessions are going to be more expensive, whereas the group sessions I can cut down the cost because there'll be multiple people there. So if you don't want to spend the money on just a one-on-one session with me and you really want to maximize everything by hearing what other people are going through, that's why the group sessions are awesome there. So what am I going to be talking about? I actually am still working on that as of the time that I've recorded this video, but I have almost 20 different sessions in mind. And you'll know by the time you click on the link down below what I've decided to do. But just to give you an idea, because this is going to expand over time, I'm going to do a session all about Facebook. A lot of people want to know, how did I get to 100,000 Facebook followers? Did I buy any of them? The answer is no. How did I authentically, truly get all those people? How do I have engagement on Facebook? So many people don't understand Facebook, and they're stuck at a few hundred to a few thousand fans on there, and they just are not getting enough engagement. I want to share all of the tips that I've learned on there and the strategies that I'm always implementing. Same with YouTube, of course. I have a whole course on YouTube and a membership site with my amazing partner, Kobe. But I want people to be able to ask me specifically about various things. So I'm going to run a mini session there, and it's not going to be the same as the other course with Kobe because that's a separate thing. So if you're really passionate about YouTube, I'll talk to you more about that YouTube course later. And many of you don't even realize that we did this course. So let me pause for a second. Back in September, Kobe and I ran this incredible course called the 4-week vegan YouTube plan, and it was all about empowering vegan YouTubers, learning how to build up their channel so that they can monetize them. And we had an amazing group, including really incredible people that you probably know. I'm going to keep their names private for now, just in case they don't want to share that information, but it was so remarkable, and I learned from them. Kobe and I shared everything we possibly could, and also realized we had this overflow of information, more than we could possibly share in that 6 weeks that we had. So that's how much information I have in my head, and that's why I want to start downloading it to you. I'm also going to be talking about specific things like video editing. A lot of people want to know how to edit their videos and are struggling through that. That's not something that was covered yet through the 4-week vegan YouTube plan, so I'm going to do a mini session there and guide people through and go through different videos on that sense. One huge thing that people ask me almost all the time is, how much do I charge? How do I monetize my work? How do I get sponsorships? Those things are something that I'm really going to focus in on with these sessions, these workshops there. If you've ever wondered if you should charge for a blog post or a video or a social media post, or maybe you're starting to get approached by sponsors, that is something I'm so passionate about. I've been working on that for 2 years myself, and I would love to share my strategies, my thoughts, my advice, and give you personalized advice and the general advice and really help you navigate that aspect of things. I'll be covering a different session all about just running a website. How do you make your blog look really professional? How do you turn it into an actual website? Where do you hire a web designer, and how much do they charge? And what were my experiences redesigning my website and maintaining it and having content and advertising and all those little aspects of it? I know so many of you are interested in that. Brand design in general too. How do you figure out how to do a logo? Do you create it yourself or do you hire someone? How do you do this on a budget? What colors do you use? What fonts do you use? All of that stuff that I went through years ago. I would love to share that as well. Google Hangouts is another thing people ask me about. How do you run a successful Google Hangout? How do you even create them? I'm going to give you the lowdown on that and encourage you to start doing these Hangouts on air that you can record, which I do every single Saturday on the main Eco Vegan Gal channel. My experience with ebooks. I just launched my ebook, and I have a free ebook, and I have so much to share on that end, so much that I've learned from other people and from personal experience. And if you've been thinking of writing an ebook, anything from how to design it, how to write it, how much time it takes, how much to charge, all of those aspects of it, where do you even publish it to, I am more than happy to share those details. Gosh, this is so much. That's only 8 points so far. I also want to talk about my t-shirt line and teaching online courses and all the resources that I have. If you just simply want to know where else to get info, I have been studying for so long, and I've got a list of, I think, at least 20 different really great resources, whether they're people or YouTube channels or books or podcasts, all of that stuff I want to share with you and also hear what you have to say. And that's, again, why we benefit from having a group together of people that are sharing all these resources. How great would it be to just have this great collection? One thing on that note, and this is a perfect time to bring this up because I've mentioned so much already here, is how to deal with overwhelm, how to manage your time, how to be more productive. So many people have these big ideas and so much they want to do, and they don't do them because they don't know how to manage their time and they feel really overwhelmed. And another topic I'm super passionate about, and I've tried so many different things over the years. And right now I have a great system in place that is really helping me maximize my time, reduce overwhelm, get things done. And wow, has it made a huge difference for me. And I want to share those strategies for you too. If anything, that might be one of the best things for anybody out there, because you can learn a lot of the tips that I've talked about, of course, on your own. But the reason I'm doing these workshops is I want you to walk away after an hour and an hour or an hour and a half, depending on how many people are there, feeling so empowered and excited, but not overwhelmed. I don't want any of you to feel overwhelmed, because then you're not going to take action. I want you to walk away saying, I know exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow. I know how I'm going to plan my month out, my year out. 2015 is going to be the best year ever, and I'm on track. Now, the cool thing is I'm going to be offering up the option to do bundles. So you can come to just one workshop, little strategy session here, or you can come to several or even all of them. I'm going to have different price points for all of that. That'll all be listed in that link right down below. I'll talk about email management. A lot of people feel like they're drowning with the amount of emails that they get, and they're so disorganized, and they have so many unread emails and unresponded to emails. That is another huge strategy that I love talking about. Creating a media kit. Have you ever wanted to really approach sponsorships from a professional perspective? You have to have a media kit for that, and I spent an entire month designing mine, and I'm always tweaking it, and companies have been so impressed with that media kit because of all the work and information that I've packed into that's really helped me monetize my brand. And a lot of people ask, how did you do it? So I'm going to give you the lowdown on that and help you construct it. All of this stuff, right? I could go on and on. Like I said, I have 20 different topics, and I might just start with a few and then I'd do a few more in a little while. But I wanted you to be the first to know, to hear what is happening here, because so many of you are so passionate and so committed, and I want to see you thrive. I want to see you get to that point where you just feel so empowered and excited and strong and taking everything that you do to the next level. I want you to feel satisfied with everything. That's exactly why I'm doing these and sharing my background from the talks that I've done at Blogger Food and on Ruby and for Fitness Magazine and for the Blog Well Summit and the interviews that I've done for magazines and books. I mean, this stuff has been collecting and collecting for years and years, and I want it to be more intimate. I want to be customized for you and you being part of it and interactive and all of that. And so that by the end of this year, you just feel ready to launch into the new year and just reach everything that you want. And this can be for people that are just starting a blog or a YouTube channel. Maybe you have one and you feel kind of like it's stagnant, you're not really getting anywhere, you're not making any money. Maybe you're a business that's struggling with social media or time management and all this. I mean, it really applies to anyone, no matter what stage that you're at. So don't be shy about this. Jump right in. I want to make this work. And just so you know, this is like step one of me developing something much bigger. So I also wanted you to know, because I want you to get in on the ground level, because once I develop this into that full-blown course that I have in mind, it's going to be much more expensive and much more involved. And I know some of you feel a little resistant to that sometimes. So get in now when it's affordable, when it's really intimate, when it's just for you. Be part of this, and I promise you, you are going to get so much out of it. You're going to feel so good. The last thing I'll say is this is what I wish I had when I first started out 6 years ago, or even 4 years ago when I first quit my full-time job. I was at a loss. I knew I wanted to do something, but I had no idea how. I was scared and I was directionless. I had to just do everything through trial and error. I had to teach myself everything. No one around me really offered what I'm offering you right now. And the people that were offering it felt way too big, and I didn't know them intimately. Again, that's a difference, is that you've seen such an intimate side of me over the years through this channel and through my other channels that it's a completely different relationship. Had someone that I really admired or looked up to and really just what's the word I'm looking for? Appreciated and valued and just thought was incredible. Had they offered something like that to me, I would have done it. Now, perfect example right now, if Marie Forleo was doing a 5-person online group for $97, I will sign up immediately for that. But Marie Forleo doesn't do that, right? She's huge. She has her B School, which is $2,000, and it's not even an intimate experience. So I'm telling you, get it now. Don't hesitate, because I don't know how long I'm going to be offering something like this, and I just really want to make sure that you take advantage of it. You know, so many people will say things, well, I can't afford it and it's too much money, or I don't, but to me, that always comes down to just not wanting it badly enough. You got to want it badly enough and invest it. That's what I do on a daily basis. You know, here's a little tip for you. It's not always easy financially running things on your own. And there are times where I just have to put something on my credit card, but I do it because I believe in it and it's a worthy investment. And there are times that I've hesitated on things that I really wish I hadn't. So the friend side of me is telling you to jump on this if it appeals to you. Again, I'm limiting it to 5 people, so there's not a lot of room in each of these different sessions. So get it before it fills up, get it while it's under $100, and I cannot wait to see those of you who jump in and take advantage of this and really get to connect with you on this level and help you and mentor you, and it makes me feel so good, and I can't wait. So thank you for watching my very first recording and talk about this. I've been thinking so much and it feels good to get it out. Can't wait to hear your feedback and chat with you more about it. Thank you so much for listening today, as always. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm doing new videos on this channel every Sunday. Part of my time management strategy is now planning everything out. And because of that, you're going to get more regular content on this channel. So I will see you next Sunday. And until then, have a great one. Feel free to reach out to me at any point via email or social media or private message. If it's not a public comment you want to leave, I cannot wait to read it. I love hearing from you. I've said that already. It's true. All right, I'm going to go. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you Sunday. Bye.